Galaw-gaw, kay harot-harot tingnan, maliksi, di mapigil ang gaslaw. Galaw-gaw, ang lahat ginagalaw, napakaharot at patiyaw.
From A.T.I.N.D.I.G, VRG. So, Juhi, so we have media friends here para i-witness itong grand launching ng actually matagal na ito sa ibang bansa pero introducing ngayon sa Philippines and marami na rin ang naka-try, nakasubok nito.
At hindi lang yung gani, nakakatuwa kasi kakaiba ang pipes na ipapakilala na sa atin at maaaring makatulong to sa mga naghahabol ng budget. Yan, di ba?
Okay. To introduce our distinguished guests, would like to welcome Ms. Noreen Jane Wong. She is the Assistant Vice President for Operation of PHILDEX Industries Development Corporation.
So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the product launch of PHILDEX. Now, before anything else, on behalf of the board members and the management team of PHILDEX Industries Development Corporation, I would like to thank everyone for coming and joining us today. Now, let me take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of Mr. William Choa, the President of PHILDEX Industries Development Corporation, Mr. Jem Encarnacion, Marketing Director. Also, let us also acknowledge the technical consultants from Germany, Mr. Peter Zander and Dr. Gerd Hilton. Curious about how the company came up with the name PHILDEX. It is a brand named out of passion and love for quality. It is a combination of three substantial words to come up with such a wonderful name. Now, first is Phil. Phil stands for philosophy. Our philosophy relying on superior quality products and sincere after-sales service. Next is D. D stands for diversity. The diversity of skilled and talented individuals who are persistently striving for. EX stands for excellence. Excellence in providing innovative products that will result to total customer satisfaction. Now, our aim is to obtain the optimal degree of service and to exceed our clients' expectations. Our company, PHILDEX Industries Development Corporation, provides a structure to manage all of PHILDEX's service with a strong focus on quality, health, safety, environment, and security, in which all of these are the driving forces of PHILDEX to become the #1 choice of all contractors, dealers, and endorsers. What makes us different is the driving force of our company. We believe in becoming leaders in excellent quality and innovative products that will result in total customer satisfaction. We don't just sell products, but we also build relationships with our clients.
PHILDEX PPR hot and cold water pipes use imported raw materials. The products have the characteristics of impact resistance, compression resistance, and better toughness. It surpasses the traditional pipe connection using the hot melt socket connection and sets up the safety of water supply with the new concepts of one welding, lifelong connection, zero leakage, no hidden trouble, completely solves the defects of metal pipe rust, scaling, locking, and water pollution. It is also capable of reducing energy of water transportation consumption by 50% compared with metal pipes. It also comes with 50 years of service life guarantee. PHILDEX PPR hot and cold water fittings are using 100% virgin materials. It is easy to install, energy saving, has longer lifespan, and eliminates untimely repairs. It adds value for your money and saves up to 50% from leading brands. PHILDEX PPR pipes with fittings are lightweight and durable. It has low thermal conductivity and has thermal installation. Through PHILDEX fusion technology, it has firm connections and leak-free, assuring environmental friendly products with UV protection at reasonable price. Fusion machine is commonly used to join two pipes together. Securing PHILDEX pipes and fittings has never been easier with the revolutionary PHILDEX fusion machine. PHILDEX is a proud recipient of Occupational Health and Safety Management System Certificate, OHSAS 18001, Environmental Management Certificate, ISO 14001, Quality Management Certificate, ISO 9001, and Q-Asia's Quality Excellence Award Seal of Product Quality of 2016.
We are taking the lead in providing professional services and high-end quality products to all end users, not only locally, but as well as globally. Our mission is to provide our business partners and clients and consumers superb and high-end quality products and exceptional service to bring quality into reality. We are committed to innovation and customer satisfaction.
PHILDEX Industries and Development Corporation.
Anyway, I'd like to congratulate PHILDEX. Manila Water is the Eastern Concession Service Provider for Metro Manila. So if you're familiar, MWSS actually is run by the government, and it was so-called privatized sometime in 1997. So we're celebrating our 20th year this year. So we provide water and used water services. That's how we call wastewater here. It's used water services for the eastern part of Metro Manila. So for those of you who are living in Mandaluyong, in San Juan, in Makati, Pasig, Marikina, portions of Quezon City, and even the districts of Santa Ana and San Andres in Manila, even in T.I.N.D.I.G, plus the whole of Rizal province, that's our concession area. We service about 6.3 million residents of Eastern Metro Manila and Rizal province, spanning a geographic area of about 14,000 square kilometers. So currently, when we inherited a very age-old and antiquated piping system from the government, and since we started, we have already replaced nearly 80% or 85% of the lines. So we started with a very high system loss of 63%. So you could just imagine 63% or 2/3 of what we produce, we lose. The only source of water for 15 million residents of Metro Manila comes from a single source, and that's Angat Dam in Bulacan. So government now has plans of getting another source of water. So MWSS has a centennial project which is going to tap water from Kaliwa River in Tanay. Manila Water, as of the moment, as an interim and augmentation source, we are constructing Rizal Water Supply Improvement Project. This is getting about 50 million liters per day of water from Laguna Lake and provide water for several towns of Rizal. But the focus of Manila Water right now, and also in observance of the World Water Day, because we are celebrating the Philippine Water Week starting tomorrow and culminating on March 22, which is the World Water Day, the theme of which is water and wastewater. So Manila Water is now giving parallel focus to addressing the wastewater or the used water needs of Eastern Metro Manila. When we started in 1997, only 3% of Eastern Metro Manila has sewer coverage. And the rest are very dependent on very traditional septic vaults or septic tanks. Since then, we have built about 41 sewage treatment plants, but that only increased coverage to about 15 or 16%. So you could just imagine the magnitude of things that need to be done to convert Metro Manila into a world-class city similar to the cities in Germany and a lot of other cities in Europe. So that's the focus we're giving right now. And we are here as a concessionaire, and we will be here until 2037. So that's a long time. So many projects to do, so many people to serve, and we hope that the people could join us in terms of really, as we say, advocating for wise use of water and providing value in terms of the need for used water management.
Next speaker is one of the board member and a medical doctor who was a department head with the State Ministry of Health in Germany for decades, inspecting companies and business locations on sanitary, health, and work safety risks. I'd like to call on and let's please welcome Dr. Gerd Hild. Sir.
Ahoy!
Mr. Hild.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I like very much to be here and to be in this subject. I was responsible for the Ministry of Social Affairs. We were responsible for water and safety and health, and I'm proud to work with PHILDEX. Thank you.
The next speaker is a technical and business development specialist from Germany. More than 30 years of experience gained for government bodies, blue chip, national and multinational companies in various industries and sectors. He was recognized for strengthening economical industrial network in MENA, GCC, AC, and of course EU regions, including Europe, Eastern Europe, and GUS. He was advisor for the ruling family of Sharjah, United Arab Emirates, co-inventor of an ionization unit of Ionic AG, Switzerland, successful in prevention of immaterial property and rights infringement and or know-how theft or abuse for blue chip corporations in Germany. Wow. He is presently the CEO of German Philippine Industries Distribution, one of PHILDEX distributor partners. Let's welcome Mr. Peter Sander.
To bore you to death completely. I have prepared a 2.5-hour foil presentation just to enjoy the whole day, and I just decided to cut it down to 7 minutes. The theme was basically to talk about, well, how safe is your drinking of potable water, and also related to that, how safe is your piping system, because we're talking about some pipes. So let's go into the midst of the problem. Here you see the water cycle. Most of you know it from school, and that is how your drinking water basically reaches Earth. So very good. It's coming by nature, water cycle. Yeah, then the next problem here we have, and that is what here Jerry was talking about, and he is pretty well aware of that, is you have the water pollution problem. Water pollution is caused in the first by overpopulation, and then by these overpopulated areas emitting a lot of waste of any kind of matter into the water. So Jerry has the challenge taken up to get all that out of the water once again, which is quite complicated here. So there you see how that works. Jerry, you know it? Okay, next foil. We have to be fast. That is that when I am here in the rural areas of the Philippines, mainly meat. This foil comes from the WHO and is precisely describing the situation you have very often in the rural areas of the Philippines. You have the dump trucks, you have the, well, let's say, toilets and other kind of latrines up the river, and you have the people washing and bathing downriver in all the dirt, because they don't know whether they have no other chance. So it's one of the major problems to resolve this problem and to provide them with cleaned up, treated, purified water. That will be take more than a centennial. The real issue here is the water quality description. So water supply and sanitation in the Philippines is basically where we come in as GPID, being a distribution partner for PHILDEX, and where we support and supply exactly this problem. Water supply is a logical and logistical challenge to get enough water on the right time to the people in the right quality, anytime, 24/7, 365 days a year. Unfortunately, what we find here in the Philippines, not only in the, let's say, urban regions and in the rural areas, this water supply system, as it was established, is basically rooted on the sources from 1946. That means they started to install it after the war, when the Philippines finally got independence. Unfortunately, at that time, you haven't been 100 million. Unfortunately, also the system got a bit old. And also, like we had it on Bohol, where I normally reside, 4 years ago, we had an earthquake, which basically cracked all the water treatment plants, and they are not yet fully repaired. So, go on with that. So, now we have the problem that the water is still of a questionable quality. And even the official statement about the water quality is the water quality usually does not meet the standards set by the national government, especially in urban areas. That means that waterborne diseases like typhus and, well, about 30 to 40 others can still be caught very easily. And we have sitting here my colleague being a living example for that, because he had 2 spoonfuls of water, tap water, on his salad, and in 3 days he's sick as a dog. So we now come in with PHILDEXes. We don't clean the water. We can't. That's not our task. But a major part of water supply is the piping system. Much more than water tanks, much more than all the filtration systems, the piping system in tropic areas like the Philippines are very important. So they have to be clean, they have to be sealed, and the water has to flow without too much obstacles and resistance to not catch any kind of impurities or grow bacteria. There is where the advantage of our PPR, polypropylene with random copolymers, comes in. The virgin material used and the technology used to extrude the pipes in a continuous and controlled quality allows us to set up the piping system in a very reliable and sturdy quality, which is compared to UVPC, which also emits the solvent into the water, much more hygienical, stable and chemically inert. So we don't have any kind of intoxication or intrusion. Also, the water loss by welding with the fusion machines is more or less minimal. We will have a little loss. You can't avoid that by bending and opening some pores, but they will be physically below 2%. So that we can say that with the PPR pipes in the quality we can provide, we can solve a lot of the water problems and hygienical problems by transporting the water fast enough in a good quality to the right people in the right places. We can't promise that the water is all clean. That is where Jerry and his colleagues come in, and we will help them to make that as well. That is a part of GPID on other levels. But here for the PPR pipes we can say, we can help you to get the water cleaned and in the provided quality as fast as possible, 24/7, 365 days a year, to the people who need it. And that basically is where we see our challenge and where we take it. And for the commercialists under you, where we also can be price-wise quite good. So far for that. Thank you.
So yung losses pala dun sa consumption, tubig natin, yun ang nagiging problema. Alam mo,
Yes.
problem talaga yan. Ito yung madalas naming interview with Manila Water and MWSS because yung pipe, yung tubo na nanggagaling from sa main pipe ng MWSS, Manila to Manila Water, sagot na ng customer, hanggang doon sa loob ng bahay.
Marinig naman natin ang karaniwang problema kasi alam natin kapag malakas ang tubig, nagngingit-ngit ang taong bayan. So, meron lang si Sir RJ na explain sa atin na maaaring makatulong din sa PHILDEX para maiwasan yung ganitong sobrang gamit ng tubig. Ayan.
Napaka-importante po nung mga sewerage pipes at sewerage treatment plant. At alam niyo naman, very popular po yung discussion sa Senate dun sa appointment ni Secretary Designate Gina Lopez. Ano po. Isa po dun sa issues na nire-raise namin ay yung Clean Water Act. Ano po. At itong mga sewerage pipes na ito ay mahalaga po na nakakabit po ito sa ating mga bahay papunta po dun sa mga sewerage treatment plant para hindi po ma-pollute yung ating mga kailugan. Lalong-lalo na po yung napaka-importanting Manila Bay at importanteng Lawa ng Laguna. At nagkataon po yung ating kaibigan dito sa kaliwa ay best friend po natin ito sa Manila Water. Ano po. At sa kasalukuyan, meron po kaming campaign na nilo-launch. Ang tawag po rito yung bukas po kasi ay March 15, International Consumers Day. Tomorrow is International Consumers Day. Meron pong 8 basic consumer rights na importante po tayong mga mamimili ay conscious po tayo rito at aware po tayo rito. Una po, nakalagay po rito, no? The right to basic needs. Yan po ay tulad po nitong water services, ano po, tulad po ng bahay, etc. No? The right to information. Napakahalaga po nito. At tulad po siguro ng PHILDEX ay karapatan ng kumpanyang ito na ipaliwanag sa publiko kung anong meron ang kanilang maaring ibigay sa ating mga Pilipino, sa ating publiko para tayo ay aware at makita natin yung mga comparison ng mga iba't ibang uri ng produkto. Of course, the right to choose. Karapatan po natin pumili ng mga produkto na aayon po, hindi lang ho yung porket mura ay tatangkiligin natin. Marami pong mura dyan na hindi naman po pumapasa sa international standards. Ang importante po, dumaan po ito sa Bureau of Product Standards ng Department of Trade and Industry at makita ho natin yung mga pagkakaiba ng mga produktong ito. Ulitin ko po, hindi porket mura ay maganda. Hindi po lahat ng mura ay maganda. Tayong mga consumers, importante po yung the right to representation. Ano po. Kaya nagulat po ako nung ako'y naimbitahan ni Mr. Jota dito sa pagtitipon na ito. Siguro ako na po yung isa sa mga kumakatawan bilang tagapagtanggol ng consumer rights at napabilang po ako rito. Hindi ko po alam na ako yung upo rito sa panel na ito. Ang akala ko po ay magkakapilang po kaming dalawa ni Mr. Jerry Sibilla dyan sa baba. At gusto kong klaruhin na wala ko kaming ini-endorse na kahit na produkto. Ang sinasabi lang namin ay meron tayong choice. Meron tayong choice na kung tingin natin ay ito'y nararapat at tatagal po ito na pakinabangan natin para sa ating mga bahay, sa ating mga buildings, condominiums, etc. Yun po ang kunin natin. Of course, kasama po rito yung the right to redress. Halimbawa, bumili ng produkto, medyo hindi maayos yung produktong binili mo, kaya po ang aming organisasyon, yung United Filipino Consumers and Commuters, kasama po yung Water for All Refund Movement, kami po ay direktang nakikipag-communicate sa Bureau of Customs. Lahat po ng illicit trade dyan, part po kami dun sa campaign laban sa smuggling. At ang alam ko po, ang kumpanyang ito ay sumusunod dun sa legal na proseso. At marami pong mga kumpanya, para makabenta sila ng mura, ay yung kanilang mga produkto ay madalas ay ina-undervalue nila kaya nagkakaroon po ng unfair competition. At isa yan sa malaking problema doon sa mga legal na kumpanya. Dahil hindi sila nagbabayad ng tamang buwis sa ating bayan at sa bandang huli, tayong mga Pilipino po ang magkakaroon ng problema dyan. Ang naitulong po ng United Filipino Consumers and Commuters sa 6 na buwan sa usapin po ng smuggling, kasi po meron 200 billion pesos ang nawawala taon-taon sa issue po ng smuggling. Napakalaking pera po niyan. That translates to 547 million pesos a day. Ganun po kalaki. Yun po ay minimum na problema natin sa smuggling. Kaya kung magkakaroon lang ng patas na pagninegosyo, lahat ay dumadaan sa tamang proseso, wala po tayong irereklamo sa DTI o irereklamo doon sa mga kumpanya kasi dumaan po tayo doon sa tamang proseso. At syempre, ito nga po, bahagi ng The Right to Consumer Education, tulad ng forum na ito, itong online forum na ito, ay bahagi po ito ng pagmumulat sa ating mga mamimili para makita natin yung mga samot-saring mga produkto na gustong ibenta sa atin. At panghuli, napaka-importante po nito, the right to a healthy environment. Ano po? So marami pong produkto dyan, hindi nyo alam, ito'y nakakapinsala sa katawan ng tao. Ano po? Kaya panahon na po para tayo ay sumuri, tignan natin yung mga tamang produkto. So ito po ay 8 gabay lamang sa ating mga mamimili kung paano tayo pumili ng produkto.
He is the current endorser of PHILDEX, a Filipino professional basketball player who currently plays for the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel of the Philippine Basketball Association. Please welcome Mr. Scotty Thomas.
Maraming salamat po for having me here. Sobrang thankful po ako maging part po ako ng PHILDEX. Sobrang honored po ako na ako yung magiging endorser nyo as ambassador. At saka po, nagpapasalamat ako sa kay Nam Gutierrez kung hindi dahil sa kanya hindi ko ma-meet sila Sir William Chu. Tsaka sa lahat-lahat ng mga staff ng PHILDEX, sa photoshoot ko, sa mga nag-ayos, sir, sobrang thank you po, and sana maganda yung takbo ng partnership natin dito.
Yung points is yung supply and demand. No? So, may nakita tayo ngayon ng mga magandang product na ini-introduce dito. Dito tayo siguro kay Mr. Jem Carnacion. To be able to inform the public itong bagong product na ito, which is every one of us is concerned, no? Sabi nga kanina ni Jerry, yung talaga, no? Anong gagawin ng PHILDEX para i-inform yung publiko, para malaman ng lahat, and then later on, yung supply naman
using
malaman.
quality pipes to ensure safety water. Okay, kasi nga, coming from the water provider, from the provider to your house, responsibility mo na yung piping system mo. So we at PHILDEX, we are now educating the people that to ensure quality water, you must have quality piping system. Okay, so yun naman yung, kaya nga yung slogan namin is Tibay ng loob. So we're saying that we are more durable, better quality, at reasonable price. Okay.
Saan available ito? Anong sales nito? Available naman ito sa market? Ma-access na ba natin ito? And then, how to reach this product? Mr. Eric Abella, Sales Department ng PHILDEX. Eric?
In regards to distribution process ng PHILDEX, naka-pipeline pa lang yung distribution namin for now. But you can get our products to small and big hardware, or even you can visit our office at World Trade Exchange Building at Binondo, Manila.
So available o magiging available pa lang sa mga...
Actually, sir, it's available na.
Sa mga hardware?
Yes, sir. Small and big hardware.
Na.
Yes, ma'am.
Just look for PHILDEX, brand name. And then sa inyo, directly kung big volume of orders.
Sir, you can visit our head office in World Trade Exchange Building, located in Binondo, Manila. So,
how about to other parts of the country, like Visayas and Mindanao, available? Mr. Zander.
Mr. Zander.
Like that.
Distributing within the Visayas area, we can tell you very easily that we have already the pre-orders of some of the bigger hardware stores prepared. So there will be something coming into the headquarters. Don't worry about that.
Let's move on to the open forum. Ikot tayo ngayon dito. Ma'am, ano po gamit nyo sa bahay? Bakal, white. Steel.
Yes, steel. Yun ang unang-una.
GI.
Oh, yun yung una, tapos napalitan yung
Usually, ano nagiging problema niyo po doon sa tubo? Si Jerry?
Mukha sir.
Sobra. So yun nga, meron nga rin problema dun sa tundo.
Alam mo ba?
Pipes
Yeah.
Yun yung pinaka-problema kasi yung daloy ng tubig may tumataga siguro.
Hindi yung serbisyo ng Manila Water.
May problem ba kayo sa tubig?
I'm sorry kasi hindi ako from Quezon City, from Bulacan, pero may problema yung aming yung San Jose Water District. Kung alam nila yon kasi yung parang yung water na lumalabas sa kanila parang may odor ng konti. Medyo malabo, and kapag nagpapatay sila ng may time na nagpapatay sila ng supply, pag dumating na kulay puti na parang gatas na yung lumalabas, and kailangan mo muna ipinang para yun.
So, water district, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
sa tingin ko, pipes pa rin ang problema
that's a
niya.
problema. Hindi natin alam kung doon sa main pipe o doon sa distribution pipe.
How safe our drinking water and how safe is our water piping system? Siguro, meron pa tayong tamang taong sasagot niyan for this? Kasi sa Pilipinas, dapat merong mag-explain, di ba? Ikaw ba?
Jerry, siguro si Jerry.
Sir Jerry, do you have an idea about it?
Ang talaga pong, our regulator for in terms of water quality is really the Department of Health, no? So our Department of Health, we have what we call Philippine National Standards for Drinking Water, which are actually based on the parameters of the World Health Organization. For Manila Water, I can only speak for Manila Water, meron po tayong halos 1,000 na sampling points. So we have 1,000 sampling points. These are jointly monitored with the MWSS regulatory office, yung technical side nila, including the Department of Health. So there are joint samplings that are being undertaken, and water has to pass the test of physical, chemical, and microbiological. So it is actually MWSS and the Department of Health which certifies the potability of our water supply.
By using PHILDEX product, are we really safe, sir? Sir Peter. Yeah.
Well, as I said
How
before,
sure that we are safe by using that?
well, I can say you one thing. Jerry is doing the utmost he can to provide us safe drinking water. The danger comes a bit more with the piping, because we have a lot of trouble here with our climate as well. Let me explain that roughly. Jerry is testing the water in the plant. In the plant, the water is proper, clean, and safe. And then they push it into the piping system, which is decades old. Those pipes have, unfortunately, all over the Philippines mainly, never been maintained in a proper way as we would be used to in Germany. In Germany, I can open my water faucet everywhere and drink the water. I won't feel it. I won't have any trouble.
So how many percent that we are safe for that drinking water?
You are not safe. And in the moment you are not safe. As long as you take the water out of the water tap and you don't boil it, you definitely may face some trouble. So the water we provide by the PPR pipes comes in the same quality as it is pushed into the pipe. If you then use it, you have to, in the moment, undergo the same precautions as your government asks for. And you have a leaflet which the government is issuing. And it says, boil the water. So that is what you have to do. We will improve it, but with Jerry's, well, let's say, efforts undertaken, the water quality will improve. What we can from PHILDEX say is we are not emitting anything into the water body, but we transport the water body in the cleanliness that it is put into it. And that is already much more than was done before. It is done by, let's say, copper pipes or UVPC pipes, which emit steel solvents into the water and add to the problem.
All right.
So far, so good. Can't give you better news for the moment.
So since it's an open forum, siguro, we'd like to give our media people and our audience the chance to ask questions to our guests. Please raise your hands.
Is the basic material for this product also petroleum based?
Yes, as you should know, all plastic is basically oil-based. Whether it is on a petroleum base or so, it all comes from what we call unrefined oil. So it's from crude oil refined up to we call it plastic stage. It's an organic material and it's definitely coming from there. But that takes also out, well, a lot of the bad qualities of the crude oil, and plastic is no longer having those toxins in it. So you can be sure about that. And what we have here is polypropylene, and also added the R for rare copolymer, is describing that we have a very clean virgin material, which has no other inclusions, which provide a very stable quality and, well, chemical inertness and resistivity against some chemical agents, better than most of the other pipes on the market. So we are safe here, and it's made on oil-based, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have a question here from Errol Nakami of DZRJ.
I'm actually intrigued by the words 100% virgin materials. What do we mean by virgin materials?
Let's make it pretty simple. What you understand of a virgin is not meant here. The virgin material means we only use 100% the beads of the polypropylene, no other materials in it. So it means it's a pure material. Pure, untouched, there comes the word virgin into it.
I just want to know what is the PSI, the pressure per square inch, as compared to the usual PVC pipe.
What do you mean by the PSI?
It's the pressure per square inch, and it gives you some idea how stable your pipe might be. But the pressure per square inch, well, we talk here about the pressure normative, the PN. And because the PSI you need if you hit it with a hammer. And you have seen that if you hit the PPR pipe with a hammer, it's flexible, it stands it. The PVC pipe normally breaks. If you talk about the pressure normative, we provide the pressure normatives in 10, which means 10 atmospheres, which also gives you about 100 meter of water pile, and also we have it in 12. So 10 and 12 is for the standard households, quite a normal thing, and then we have the industrial types in 16 and 20 as well. So we can cover the most and commonly used pressure normatives anyhow, much better than PVC.
Yan, hindi naman ho katandaan, pero po siya po ay matanda na sa serbisyo, di ba? At hindi lang ho yan, sabi nga po paborito siya ng masa. Yan. Let's hear a message from Mr. Erwin Tulfo.
I'd just like to say it's an honor to be invited at the launching of PHILDEX Pipes and Fittings. And matter of fact, we talked a couple of days ago. They came up and they want me to carry their products on my radio and TV program. It's a good product. I believe I think this is the pipings of the future. It's very safe, so no harm, no chemicals. Because we all know that in the long run, the process is if we're still using pipes, those metal ones, they rust and all those. Like PHILDEX, as far as I understand, the briefing that I got a couple of days ago from my friend there, there's no harmful chemicals the longer you use it. So I guess this is what we'll be seeing in every household. This kind of pipes will be using PHILDEX. So I'm glad and an honor to be invited in this occasion at the launching of PHILDEX. I hope natatangkilikin po ng masa ng mga kababayan natin, the nation. Remember, it's PHILDEX.
Bakit puti? Why white is the color?
Sign of cleanliness.
What to be different from other existing or traditional pipe?
Yes, Mr.
Why
Tulfo?
you choose the color white of this product?
The color of the pipe is not really well an indicator for it is virgin material or whether it's not. You can have polypropylene also in other colors, but you then would have to add some ingredients in it which would not massively influence the quality, but white is the best thing for that. On the other hand, it also helps us to see the pipe easier when we have installed it. So you find the markings, mistakes, and anything much easier on a white pipe than on a blue pipe. So that's very good.
How long is the durability of this product when exposed to the sunlight?
Yeah, the PPR will definitely be not affected by the UV. So as, you can have these 50 years of service lifetime, you can have them, you can guarantee them. But the quality of how much the water goes through is also well related on what the water works and water plants provide to us. So we strongly advise to have a little gravity filter. So then you also have 50 years of service time with a full service. So 50 years is definitely possible, no problem with that.
So 50 years lifespan?
Yes, 50 years lifespan, and the pipe will still make it possibly 100 years. But definitely 50 years can be guaranteed.
Okay.
It's guaranteed 50 years.
Guaranteed 50 years ang lifespan ng buhay nito. So baka tayo wala na, nandun pa yung, yung pipe natin.
How can we assure that there are 0% chemical containment that could blend in water going through it? Because I know that it is made of probably high chemical, because it will take 50 years before it goes.
So the inner surface of the pipe is a very, and that is one of the advantages of PP, is a very closed one. So that means the surface does not offer any kind of corners or impurities where dirt normally can settle in. That is a very important part of a water pipe. Only if that is given, there is no resistivity, and you will not give, let's say, a home to bacteria and intrusions. So as long as there is water pressure on the pipe stays clean. As long as you put the water, well, you have here the tropical climate, and you will boil the water outside in a tank, then also those bacteria living there will be pushed through the pipe. That as the surface inside is clean, it should normally not stick. So the 50 years of lifetime will also give you, as to be expected, a safe lifetime of 50 years. We don't store anything in it. It's chemically inert, and it's also physically stable. So there shouldn't be any problems with that to be expected.
So let's talk about siguro the consumer protection kay Mr. R.J. Avellana naman. Since na mayroong binigay na promises yung company ng product nila, ano ba ang mga consumer protection natin na titignan natin if nasusunod yung mga specifications na ino-offer ng company about the product, sir?
Una po sa lahat, dapat pumasa ito sa DTI. Napaka-basic po nun. Napaka-importante po nun. Pero bagamat kahit pumasa yan sa DTI, may mga pagkakaiba pa rin po yung mga produkto na ito. At katulad ng binabanggit po dito na ang produkto nila ay tatagal, kaya tumagal ng 50 taon, palagay ko po isang sapat na batayan yan para may pakita sa publiko na kanilang produkto na ibig na ipakilala sa atin ay talagang garantisado na pwedeng pakinabangan. Dahil hindi naman nila ipagmamalaki na 50 taon ay kaya. No? So, isa yan sa mga dapat nating makita. At syempre, yung value for money, importante po yun. Bumili ka nga ng tubo, pero yung tubo mo nadaganan lang ng kapirasong bakal at nadudurog agad yung tubo. So, importante po yun na yung kalidad ay makita natin. Nung pagdaan ko nga po ron kanina, nakita ko yung isang pipe na talagang napakakapal po niya. No? Light lang po siya, pero makapal po yung pagkakahulma. Yun yung pagpapakita na kayang-kaya niya yung iba't ibang klase ng pressure na pumasa. Ano po? Kaya, again, yung halaga ay medyo tignan po natin, hindi po lahat ng mura ay okay. Ano po? May mga mura na mapapamura tayo in the long run. Ano po? Importante po yun na tignan natin. So, hindi porket nakabili ka ng mura ay okay na. Dapat natin tignan yung safety, okay ba sa kalusugan ng mga mamimili ito, at ito'y mapakikinabangan ng matagal.
Launching event, wish to express our gratitude and thankfulness to Mr. T.I.N.D.I.G for the invaluable contribution he made with a lecture about how safe our drinking water and how safe is our water finding system. Thank you for sharing your insights and expertise. Held on the 14th day of March 2017 at Luxus Hotel located at 541.
Congratulations, Mr. Peter Zander.
For Dr. Kurt Hiltel, also certificate of appreciation in recognition of valuable participation in the launching event and open forum of PHILDEX Industries Development Corporation. Also certificate of appreciation for Sir Jeric Sevilla in recognition of valuable participation in the launching event and open forum of PHILDEX Industries Development. Also, certificate of appreciation, ROLAND JOTA, in recognition for your outstanding contribution as organizer of PHILDEX Industries. Okay, certificate of appreciation also for R.J. Avellana in recognition of valuable participation in the launching event of open forum of PHILDEX Industries and Development Corporation. Also, certificate of appreciation for Mr. Gani Oro. Also, certificate of appreciation for Ms. Juvie de Guzman in recognition for your outstanding contribution as host of PHILDEX Industries and Development Corporation.
Wow! Alam nyo, maaaring magulat yung ating mga fans na narito ngayon na meron daw special award for Reggie and Edlin. Ayun, ay kayo yun? Po, si Kuya Milo, Laura, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Ako po si Mami Ettamarobles, ang mami at babaeng lagalag. At ito ang aking balita, news, para sa kaalaman ng buong Pilipinas at buong mundo, North, East, West, South. Hanggang sa muli!
At pakialam, galaw-gaw, kung tawagin siya'y ganyan, kang karot, na trumpong tumatarang, galaw-gaw, nakalilitong